All right, hey, Josh Hicks here. Listen, Simba 7 Companies, we're going to be talking about our partnership here with CDL App. One of the best apps I've ever seen out here. It's a very, really proprietary side of software. It's got an intelligence to it. I'm seeing a lot of great results with carrier partners out here, and it's just been doing very well. We have liked it so much that we wanted to offer it to our carrier partners and then some. And so we're out here, while we're partnered up with them to really push one of the things that we think is one of the fairest options that you can get out here when trying to get lead generation. Now, some might ask, as we do a lot of direct to hiring, and we've been out here for over 20 years doing that why would you take this and work with us bringing lead generation in? Well, it's because we're trying to bring value to our carrier partners, and at the end of the day, there are going to be those candidates that want to go direct to you, the company. And this is one of the best options that you can possibly get. When we talk about direct leads platform, well, it's direct to you, and no other group out here is going to get this information when they apply to you. Now, we all know that have been out here and trying to get out here in lead generation for all these platforms, that they're selling these leads maybe 10 plus times out here to your competitors, and that's what does not make sense for us to keep moving money into those platforms. Now, those platforms are actually ones that we work with, but what the difference is we're out here and we're working with all the platforms. So this app is actually it's studying what is actually working and sending back the analytics so we know where to adjust that ad spend. Full coverage funnels. Okay, we're going to talk about the importance of funnels and what those actually do. It's basically having 1 million of you working while you're sleeping, and that's what this is all about. It's going to constantly work your jobs while everybody else is sleeping and you're having those leads come in. It's not just throwing it out to these areas on an app, putting your application out or putting your job description out there and just hoping that it doesn't fall to the bottom. This is going to constantly be working through your ad spend, and it's going to go through every network you can imagine out here. We're going to get more into that advanced targeting. This is key. Finding out what candidates are actually interested in what you're doing. That's the thing. A lot of these resources you have out here, what they're doing is they're blasting your dollar out to everybody, and they're not really targeting the areas and things that we can study today. In today's digital era, we can study what is actually interested and what is actually working for you, and that's what we need to really focus our target on, so your ad spend is not blasting out to the masses that have no care, and that's even beyond drivers. You know, we've got candidates, I'm sure you've had candidates call and people asking for jobs in some cases that not even truck drivers at this point. Now, an automated follow-up is a big thing out here, and this is where this funnel is actually working for you, because we're going to go through this funnel. It's marketing, it's advertising, it's branding, it's pushing you out here, but when they respond or when they come in, you're getting automatic follow-up emails. So when they come in there and they respond, they show that you like and they're putting information in. CDL App's going to be sending out and learning what needs to be done. By our analytics, we can come back and we can make those changes by the intelligence side of this CDL App. So this is what's very exciting about it. I want to talk about this now. On CDL App here, we're talking about single contact, like we said. No other companies that are going to get this right here, this contact. You'll never get this over to somebody else. Your recruitment will get it right away. You know, you're going to be the first contact. It's going to be email delivery, and we facilitate that to be less than 5 minutes, or the callback. There's going to be a callback there. We want to make sure that you get to this candidate as soon as possible. So they're going to either be calling you, or that lead's going to go to you really quick and get to you so you can work that thing. Now, a lot of times, even when you're blasting out here, and you know this if you've been out here, you are not getting that lead for sometimes 30 minutes to an hour before they distribute it out to you. There's a lot of things that go on in the back side of these lead generation companies. I know because I've been in the development of several, and I know that even though it's sometimes not said, there is a lot of redirecting leads, and they're redirecting your leads, and it just all comes down to sometimes you just really can't be fair. If you're going to break the rules on the way that it should be, It cannot be fair all the time when you're putting your ad dollar in there for your lead generation. Now, I've seen this where, I've noticed that, okay, they're bringing me in, this many leads per day. And it's consistent always that way. Now, there's no way that it can be consistent and that really be something that is not being controlled on the back end. Now, let's just think about it. You can't have consistent, almost 60 plus lead, 60, 65 leads a day, or maybe from one platform or whatever it is, consistent every single day, and expect that this is just happening. It doesn't work that way. So there's a lot of this that's going on. This does not. This is bypassing. They are direct to you. Nobody else is getting the information. It's just going direct to you on this app. So that is what makes this thing so exciting for us to see. Auto response, as we were talking about, you've got targeted, customized, and automated response with job details. So when they show of interest, they're going to be getting hit. And this is where it could take a million of you right here through the digital, what we're doing here. And this intelligent app right here is sending us out, working for you, so you don't have to hire somebody else to be doing it constantly. It is cutting through that, and it's doing more than just posting a job out here. It's actually automatically working for you, constantly keeping them inspired to see you, which consistently brands you through the process. Now, let's talk about the funnel. Okay, the full funnel of the way that this thing breaks down is like this. Advertising. Well, you're targeted advertising across multiple ad networks, okay? We're going to get into those ad networks, and they're ones that you're probably spending lots of money on right now, and it's not really showing you the results that you want to see because they're blasting it out to a network of people that don't want to see what you're doing. Now, that's the difference in this system. This intelligence system is actually learning how to distribute that ad dollar to what is actually working for you. So all those ad networks right there, not all of them are going to work for you because they're just not all strong for what you're looking for. This is where the saturation comes in. So we're going to beat through that saturation out here, really find out where your dollar is actually making sense. Now, distribution, hundreds of trucking sites affiliate networks. So we're going to have that out there where it's going to be hundreds of backlinks, different sites, everything that we're going to already be marking you on. Again, this is where this thing is learning and understanding which moves we need to make to be very efficient. Lead contact. They're going to have automated A/B testing on your email responses with trackable call numbers. So we're going to find out which emails are actually working for you, where you're seeing that good feedback on these tests that we're doing. We're going to take that one that you've got and that's really working. We're going to take that and we're going to build another one, then test it. And we're going to keep on doing it until we find the one that's really working through this process. Lead collection. Automated A/B testing landing pages. So again, we're going to be testing those landing pages that are speaking to your network, to the people that you're actually wanting to get in your truck. We're going to be speaking through that, and we're going to be testing those. Again, we'll take the strongest one, make another one out there, take the strongest one until we find out what's really working. Again, this automatically is doing this, so it's learning for you, so you're not spending ad dollar out here just as throwing it out to the masses and not speaking to the people that you want to speak to. Lead delivery, automated ATS, and email delivery. This is where, like we said, the lead delivery is you're going to have right away, the emails are going to be already set to where they do an act, maybe an action that they put in, they're going to get the email, and you're going to already have that set up. Again, we're going to be doing testing on that to see which one works, which ones are actually speaking to them, where we see activity, things like that. Retargeting, built-in ad retargeting for brand awareness and freshness recall. Okay, the big thing here is when we find out who that market of your people are, we want to see that they're doing certain things to show interest in what you're doing and what you're saying. And that's when we know that we can be retargeting and putting more of your ad spend towards those candidates that are actually interested in you. And there's a lot of things that we do that with that puts it into the CDL app. And that's what we've got here, that driver app, that CDL app. That's who we're partnering with. And what we're going to do here is talk about the advanced targeting based on driver database, geos, and brand. Okay. The big thing about this is the geo targeting out here. We're going to build that database, but we're also going to be targeting by building that where your candidates actually spend time. We're going to find out where that is We're going to find out where you're getting that activity from while branding you, and that's going to build that database. We're going to work the database that we have as well. Over 1.5 million drivers out here, and what we've got to work with as well. And so we're going to be targeting those. We're going to be targeting every which way that we possibly can to find the most efficient way on your ad spend. Distribution across our network of affiliates, channel partners, and ad network. We're going to be blasting it out to them, finding out where your people are, and studying that in a very efficient way to make those changes as we go. Here's some of the ones that you probably pay money for or have before, and this is just a few of them, by the way. This is just a very few of ones that you would really see out here, and a lot of people understand and know. But we've got many others that you're dealing with here. Again, testing. This is ads, SEO, affiliates, email, push. Everything that we've got out here, we're pushing until we find out where the most efficient way to spend your ad dollar out here. All right, so real easy. This funnel breaks it down just like this. Awareness. Okay, they got to be aware of you. We got to find out, what that job is. We're going to be broadcasting it out there, trying to find that perfect candidate. Consideration. We've got to understand what they're looking for and get to know them. They got to know, like, and trust you at this point. That's what we're doing here. Setting up by these landing pages and letting them know, really putting in what you're offering in their face and really speaking to them. So that's finding out your candidates, finding that interest in that candidate, knowing that they have interest by tests and going out there and testing what is happening. And it's giving us feedback, so we start adjusting that ad spend to certain things that are working for us. You get that direct lead. Okay, you got that candidate that's ready to go, and at the same time, not shared with anybody else, going direct to you, to recruitment, and then to hire. So by that time that lead gets to you, it should be a very easy walk them through, hold their hand through the process at that point. That's the goal of what we're doing here, is getting them that where you don't have to go through and actually sell that candidate. You actually already have a hot candidate ready to go to work right away for the hire. Same way with the inbound calls, in which we do. So a lot of that, you've created that awareness, the consideration, interest, and maybe they make that call rather than you get the direct lead and email, and that inbound call goes straight to recruitment and to hire. That funnel is what we have in place, and again, through that, if that candidate comes to that point and we're trying to get that candidate of interest, then you've got automated emails that are going out. If they didn't go through the whole process to put that direct lead in yet, or maybe they did and you're not getting them, we've got that contact information. We're sending out automatic emails and things that are actually keeping them inspired to make the move with you. Mobile first, A/B testing ads. The landing pages are optimized for, definitely mobile conversions, because at this point, that's where most candidates are spending time. They don't see a lot of with laptops out there anymore. They are always looking on the phone for job opportunities. So this is what it would look like as an example, and you're going to go through this process where they actually see what's happening in a very clear, easy, as you can see this form, very easy for them to go through. We make it very simple. This is where we're doing our testing, seeing what's actually giving you results. Very simple short form, as you can see here. So they're not having to spend a whole lot of time. They can do it quick on the phone. We know they're interested, and that's when you want to get them, when they're interested right away. As we know, if they're putting their information on another site, it's probably being sold to several different carrier groups, as well as just blast it out. So they're getting lots and lots of calls, and the good thing that we've got ahead of everybody right here is if they put that information in right here, it's going to be instant. It's going to be the quickest that's out here. So hopefully you can get to that candidate before anybody else does and protect that candidate for yourself. Here's what it's going to look like. Now, this is just a very broad deal here. Obviously, if you're talking about $3,000 for a basic package, $3,000 for a basic package, as we know, an average driver is going to cost you $7,000 plus to get into your seat. This right here is based on marketing ad spend. This is actual ad spend that's going out and building on what you are actually doing. So this is a market. Obviously, one driver, two drivers, if you get out of this, it's going to take care of your package here on the basic. Now, our most popular is going to be the enterprise over here at $10,000. You're talking just a few drivers here. If you're able to make that change, the difference really comes down to SMS. You got 5,000 of those, so direct text to these candidates, as well as your 500 emails that are going to go out that comes with that package. But it's more ad spend as well. That's really going to put this out there, a lot more testing, and it's just hitting the market harder, quicker. That seems to be the best, just with some of those to offer. If you try to get into some of the emails and the texting and things like that, what they cost just by themselves out here, it really makes this package make more sense. The 5,000 premium package here, again, you can kind of see some of these things here that are a little bit different. What we want to do from this point is, this is a very general package layout here. You could be somebody, we have, groups that want to spend substantially more, take some of that marketing dollar out of some of the bigger names out here that's just not working for them and trying this out. We can do that and customize that and figure out what that looks like for you. Real good place is if you're somebody that really kind of wants to test it out, that 3,000 to 5,000 is going to give you a good understanding of what that is. But really what we want to do here with the direct leads platform, directly to you again, nobody else is seeing it. It's the fastest it's going to be delivered. Nobody is doing this as fast as we can get that to you. Full coverage funnel. So instead of you going out here and spending, as me being a media company as well, and knowing what it takes to build the funnel, normally we would charge substantially more to take a funnel like that and all the pieces that work with automated emails and especially our direct targeting, our geo-targeting right down on your candidates, finding those perfect candidates, substantially more than it would cost as on our media platform. This is already done for you in a full package. Advanced targeting, like I said, geo-targeting coming down. In other words, when you want to target somebody, you've seen some of these platforms that say we can target. A lot of times it's in a mile radius. And quite frankly, if you're going to put down your ad on a mile radius somewhere in the United States or some location, you're talking to a lot of people in that mile radius that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So we can get a lot more in target, real hyper-focused into that with the things that we do here. And then that automated follow-up, which is going to make that funnel actually work. So you're sleeping why it's working for you constantly and never stops. What happens is we're building this platform right here. We built this platform to really give you, the CDL app is going to give you the most quality candidate that we can possibly find through adjusting and testing different things and taking your marketing dollars that you're spending on platforms that are not working for you and really pushing them to the ones that we see that are proven. By our intelligence app here, this proprietary app is giving back information, studying it, and learning from what the analytics say. We're able to change that process in that direction to give you the best that you can when it comes to the spend. Now, again, this is the full package, what we're talking about here. So it's not like if I was doing a media in a branding deal on our normal media side of things, it would be, here's the package, and then we're going to talk about the spend. Now, these packages are set up to where the spend is already in there. That's what the majority of this is. And if you put that to it for what you're getting here, this is one of the most affordable options out here, especially coming short form direct to you as fast as 5 minutes and those calls. So not going to anybody else that's not being shared, and it's going direct to you with the ability to do text, email blasts, all that through this process, all in one. As you can see, we have that option. If this is something that you have, I've got a link below here just to set up an appointment with me. And what I want to do is really get into depth on this. This is a very quick overview of what this is, and it's not really harder than what I've already explained here. But there are a lot more details that you can get into. You may have questions and things like that, and you want to learn more about this and getting really down, right down to the candidate that you're looking for, rather than spending money on those that don't care about the job that you're putting out here, then this is an option for you. Again, Josh Hicks here, Simba 7 Companies. I know I didn't mention my name on the front. Some of you might be clients right now and trying this tool with me and just now seeing this. I know some of us, we've had really good feedback on what has happened with this, and we're seeing that this option for our carrier partners out here has been something that has just added to our value that we can bring to the table as a company out here. So Simba 7, right here, the CDL app partnership that we've got right here, this has been one of the hot things. I wanted to bring it out to you. If you have interest, there is a link below, schedule one. All you got to do is just fill in a little information there, tag a time for me. I will get on the phone, take about 10-15 minutes. We'll go through. We can go as far as you want in depth of how this is. I'll even get you with the people, the developers, whatever we need to do to make sure that you get in on this. right now. So click the button below. Until then, we will see you on the other side.
Hey, thanks for sticking around. And by the way, you like videos like that, check this out right next to us right here. It's going to be exactly what you need. If you're new, subscribe down below. You'll get updated on all new information coming. And if you comment below, I'm going to be pulling somebody on a monthly to give free coaching away. Looking forward to it. See you on the other side.